Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy QT Clixy, and welcome back to another episode of the Jacksonville Jaguars franchise here in Madden 23. Now, guys, we're back with another one. I'm sorry for not posting yesterday. I was really busy yesterday, and I had a lot of stuff to do yesterday. So, yeah, I couldn't get a video out yesterday, but I'm getting one out now. But I'm probably gonna be able to do one today and then maybe one tomorrow. But guys, last episode was pretty insane. Last episode, we played the New York Jets. We lost, obviously, but it might have been the closest game we have had all season long. We went into overtime, tied at 31. We ended up losing 37-31 in overtime because obviously the Jets won the toss. But there is a few scenarios where we can possibly there's a few possibilities to where we can get the first overall pick in the draft. So, obviously, if we want to get the first overall pick in the draft, first off, we have to lose the rest of our games, so just lose out the rest of the season. And then we need to not the Jaguars. We're the Jaguars. I'm mixing up the teams. But yeah, we have to win. We have to lose out the rest of our games this season. And then we need the Cardinals to win a game, or at least win a game or two. So like if we win a game and they win a game, we'll still be in the same situation, I guess. But I think we'll still have the number one pick, I hope. But the Cardinals are on a 10-game losing streak. We're on a 9-game losing streak. So honestly, I don't really know what to say about it. But I will not try and lose against the Houston Texans this week because I know they might be an easy opponent, but not really. Okay, server. Even though I'm saying this might be an easy opponent this week, but it's also not going to be because, even the Jets, the Jets were the worst team in the NFL. Like, they were tied with our record. They were 3-11 until they beat us somehow. So, and right now, only I believe 6 teams. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 6 teams have clinched the playoffs. I believe the 49ers and the Steelers both have the number 1 seeds. So, it's pretty impressive from Pittsburgh, especially. I did not know that Kenny Pickett and the Steelers were going to get it done. That is just wild. I don't know. That's crazy. I'm going to go over the stats real quick before we start as well. Trevor Lawrence having another decent year, but still not as expected as I thought. I didn't think he was going to play like this, like throwing more picks than touchdowns. I mean, he's still throwing for over 4,000 yards, which is good, but the reason why he's thrown so many interceptions this season is because he's been under pressure so many times. As you can see, he has been sacked 47 times this season. That is wild. I mean, he has just played awful because it's all because of our offensive line. If our offensive line wasn't so bad this year, we could have had a better chance of making the playoffs, but obviously that did not happen. Travis Etienne Jr., I expected him to have a big year this year, but he hasn't really done anything. He doesn't even have 700 yards yet. He only has 5 touchdowns, and he only averages 44 yards a game. And, I mean, his longest run is only 15 yards. I mean, that's terrible. You know what I mean? Receiving-wise, Christian Kirk and Evan Ingram, they both just rule our team when it comes to, receiving-wise. Kirk having over 1,200 yards, Evan Ingram having over 1,100 yards. but Evan Ingram has more touchdowns than Christian Kirk. But Christian Kirk averages more yards a game than Ingram. But yeah, Evan Ingram, Christian Kirk have both been playing amazing, but I think Christian Kirk did miss a game this season. He was injured for like 1 week, I believe. So he was out for that. Marvin Jones has been having a decent year. I know he's old. Zay Jones not having a bad year himself, almost 700 yards. Our defense isn't the worst, but our best player on here has to be Josh Allen with the 15.5 sacks. He's just been overperforming, as you know. He was so good at the beginning of the season, having so many sacks. He was a sack leader at one point, and all of a sudden, he just wasn't getting sacks anymore. You know what I mean? It got to the point where he could not get sacks anymore. After he had like 12 sacks, he hasn't really been able to get that much sacks lately, and he's only at 15.5 sacks this season. So honestly, he still has a lot of potential this season. We still got 2 more games. Maybe he can get something, but I don't think it's possible. But we're gonna figure this out. Let's go ahead and get straight in the game. We are playing on the road in Houston in NRG Stadium. Oh boy. Let's get into it. I don't like the away jerseys. I just don't like them. I'm just going to wear all white because they just look better, in my opinion. I feel like sometimes all white jerseys just look a lot better than the original away jersey. That's just my opinion, but
It's week 17 of the National Football League, and we'll see Evan Ingram. He comes into this one fifth in the NFL in touchdown receptions. It's the Jaguars and the Texans, and it's all up.
But yeah, we have an AFC South division matchup here, as we are here live in week 17 of the 2022 regular season, as we have an AFC South matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. The Texans coming in at a 5-10 record, having 3rd place in the AFC South, while for the Jaguars, they're coming in at 3-12 in the 9-game losing streak, and they are in last place in the AFC South. Well, both of these teams having decent years. The sacks for the Jaguars defense has been pretty solid. Interceptions-wise, not really. Yeah, that losing streak for the Jaguars has been so bad this season. It's been ridiculous. And, you know, the Jaguars were expected to at least be a 7 or 8 win team, as what everyone expected, but they have had so many injuries. Their offensive line has been so bad this year. They have not been having the best offense all year. As that one hits off the post, I don't know what that was, but it'll get out of bounds for a touchback, as the Texans will start at their own 25. As here comes Davis Mills, their starting quarterback, as he is having a pretty decent year. He's putting up pretty good numbers, almost 4,000 yards passing with 32 touchdowns and 7, or I believe it was 31 interceptions, or 31 touchdowns, sorry. 31 touchdowns, I believe, and 7 interceptions. Here we go, the first play for the Texans, as here's a handoff, as they'll start on the ground with Dameon Pierce, as he will get about 5 on that first carry. But you guys see here the notable inactives for the Jaguars right now. You know, their top, their right guard, I believe, Brandon Scherf, out for 2 weeks, so he's going to be out for the rest of the season. He will not play this week or next week. He'll be back in like the AFC wild card. But that's going to be a lob out of bounds by Mills. It's incomplete on 2nd down, and now it's going to be 3rd and 6 at their own 29. Mills to throw, still looking, and that one is knocked away incomplete. It was Oluokun who had his hand on it and got the deflection, as that will be a 3-and-out for the Texans. So the Jaguars stop the Texans to a 3. Now here's the return by Jamal Agnew. As, oh my God, he gets blown up on the return. And a 9-yard return. So the Jaguars go on offense. Here comes Trevor Lawrence. Like I said, this guy has not... He has a pretty decent season. Not the stats we were expecting from him this year, but it's just been the offensive line that has been holding him back from winning and been holding him back from scoring on offense. It has been horrible. Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Jaguars at their own 36-yard line. Here's Lawrence. Inside handoff to Etienne as they will start the drive with a play on the ground. Etienne not bad on the ground last week against New York. 93 yards, 2 touchdowns. That game was sent into overtime before the Jets scored a game-winning touchdown in overtime. 2nd and 5. Handoff again. Etienne gets blown up this time, and he will go nowhere. And now it's going to be 3rd and 6 at the 40. Clock winding down. Lawrence on 3rd and 6. Lawrence, the throw, finds over receiver, and it's complete for a 1st down to Marvin Jones. And it's a Jaguars 1st down. Jalen Petrie on the tackle. As you know, he's been a big part of this Texans defense, but there's a good roll out to the right there by Lawrence. 1st and 10 at the 47. Lawrence finds Etienne wide open on a running back route as he will get all the way to the 20-yard line. And a gain of 27 yards and a Jaguars 1st down. That has been the biggest play so far in this one. Etienne's longest run is 15 yards this season. Let's see if he can have a run better than that. 1st and 10. Etienne goes nowhere. He goes all the way back. A loss of 6 on the play. I believe Derek Stingley Jr. was right there to make the play, but that was a bad call for Jacksonville, and they need to start getting this back. 2nd and 16. Lawrence again. Etienne, big hole, and it's a Jaguars 1st down. Wow. 18-yard run and a 1st down for Travis Etienne. That is now his longest run of the season. And it sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal at the 9. Lawrence. He hands again. Etienne. And goes for no yards. 2nd down and goal. See what they'll do here on 2nd and goal. Oh, Kirk in motion. He's going to hand it off to Christian Kirk, and he goes nowhere. Thought the run was going to work, but Desmond King read that play. And it's a loss of 2, and it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and goal at the 11 now. With just about 4 minutes left. Lawrence to throw. He will throw. It's caught at the 5-yard line by Christian Kirk, but they will get stopped at the 5. And it's now 4th and goal. It's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away. Riley Patterson from 22, and he's good. It was a chip shot field goal from Riley Patterson, and he makes it through. So the Jaguars take an early 3-0 lead after having a pretty decent drive on offense to start off the game, but they could not find the end zone. So instead of going for it on 4th down, they decided to take 3 and take the lead and at least put points on the board. So 3-0 Jacksonville. Texans will have it right now at the 25. Mills throws up the middle, and it's incomplete. Again, another bad pass for Mills. He threw it too early, and that is what happened there on the incompletion. 2nd and 10. Mills looking and finds an open receiver. It's Chris Moore. His first catch of the game. The Texans first down. I believe that is their first down? I don't know. Yeah, another handoff to Pierce. And he's stopped immediately by Andre Cisco. Nice. Good play. He came off that safety blitz, and that was perfect for that play. He got a tackle for a loss. 2nd down and 11. Handoff to Pierce, and he will take it to the 46 to get a gain of 7.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
3rd and 4. They get 5 for first down. Mills, the throw, still looking, being chased. Allen is there, and he gets the sack. It is now 16 and a half sacks. Wow, 16 and a half sacks on the season for Josh Allen. He's trying to get back to his, aggressive ways where he would get a whole bunch of sacks at the beginning of the year. Didn't get so many during the mid-season or late season. Now he gets one here. Agnew on the return gets it to the 26.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So again, the Texans stop. Here's the playoff picture for the AFC. 4 teams clinched the wild card. Chiefs are still in the wild card. The Broncos and the Bills still lead their division. And there's about 4 teams in the hunt for the postseason. 1st and 10 at the 26. And ETN, big run at first down, Jacksonville. That's a big play for the Jaguars. And, if they want to finally snap this huge losing streak, they got to play well. 1st and 10. And ETN, another give to him. He only gets a yard, just still starting to get things going, but that'll end the first quarter.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Just
Jags with the football to begin the second quarter, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Okay. Well, here we go. Second quarter is 3-0 Jacksonville. 2nd and 9 at the 37. Clock winding down to 3. Or 4, I said. ETN up the middle. And he'll get stopped at the 44 with a gain of 7. It's a 3rd and 2. We're probably going to try to run it in here. Try and get a first down. 3rd and 2. Handoff. ETN, first down, Jacksonville. 9 carries, 37 yards so far for the young running back out of Clemson, ETN. 1st and 10. ETN, another give to him. And he'll pick up 4 on that carry. 10 carries, 41 yards.
Of a season-crushing losing streak. It's up to 9 games
and now another give to him. Doesn't get any yards. 3rd and 6 for the Jaguars. Lawrence finds a wide open receiver. It's their tight end, Evan Ingram.
And he's going to be taken down with
He'll fight his way inside the 30 to the 27. And at the Texans, Jaguars first down. Inside Texans territory. And they are getting back into the red zone. First and 10. Another give. ETN stop this time. As he will lose a yard. Back at the 28. First and 10. Second down and 11. ETN on the draw. And this time he gets only 6. So 46 yards rushing so far. Third and 5. This is caught. Ingram again. Another first down and more. Inside the 10 at the 6-yard line. And a perfect game so far for Trevor Lawrence. First and goal. And off. ETN. They will run. And gets to the 4-yard line. Probably no gain. Second and goal at the 5. Or second and goal inside the 5 at the 4. Another give. ETN won't get there again. Jaguars have only run 5 passing plays against the Texans. Third and goal. And the throw to the end zone. And it's picked off. Intercepted by Dante Hightower, the former Patriot. And worse comes to worse for the Jaguars. And I don't know why we threw that. Somehow decided to run that play. I don't know why we threw that. First and 10. Pierce up the middle. Good run for Damian Pierce to the 7. There's nobody covering that middle right there. And Pierce again, another carry. And he stopped immediately, no gain.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down.
Third and 5. Mills still looking, and he's sacked again. And he's down in the end zone for the safety. And Josh Allen with his second sack of the game. That's now 17.5 sacks. And it will add 2 points for Jacksonville. It's 5-0.
They bring pressure, and boy did it pay off in this case.
That was one hell of a play on their defense. So that punt on the safety will go out of bounds. So it's going to be a flag. So the Jaguars will start at midfield at the 50-yard line. Usually it'll start at the 40 on a kickoff. It was a safety punt. So they'll start at their own 50. Actually, they'll start at midfield. First and 10 at the 50.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
Fake. Lawrence. Here's left side to Zay Jones. He'll get the about 3 yards on a short throw. Second and 7. Lawrence finds ETN on the left side to the 41. Gain of 6. And 2-minute warning now in effect. 2 minutes left in this first half, and there's only 5-0 Jacksonville with the lead. Third and 1. And ETN stopped as he loses a yard back at the 42. And we'll see what happens here. Do they punt it? Or do they want to go for the field goal? This will be a 59-yarder from here. And it looks like Riley Patterson will go out there for the field goal. 59-yarder. Patterson is no good. He just short. And the wind is going directly at them. And he just missed the field goal.
You have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Allen on that right side of the team right there. Mills to throw on first down. Damian Pierce. Goes for a big gain. Inside the 30-yard line for the Texans. Unbelievable. They have been playing one hell of a game right now. And the Texans call a timeout, but there's still a minute and 1 second left in this first half. It's 5-0 Jacksonville. This has been a defensive battle, pretty much.
Mills on first down.
On first down, Mills up the middle. It's going to be picked off. Intercepted by Darius Williams. And the Texans will call the turnover, and the Jaguars will force the Texans their first turnover of the game. As now the Jags ball at their own 29. First and 10. Caught Ingram. Evan Ingram has a few receptions today. He's really been the only one who's making these types of catches here. Second and 3, 48 seconds. Throw, Lawrence to ETN. Look at the speed on ETN. Stiff arm and down at the 48. Just past Texans territory here. It is now 40 seconds remaining. One timeout left for Jacksonville. They really do not want to waste that timeout. Lawrence. Hurst makes the catch. And they're going to run hurry up instead of taking the timeout. And on the run, he throws it out of bounds, incomplete. The clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. They still have one timeout, so they can get one more play to get a shorter field goal. And Lawrence to Ingram, complete. And now the Jaguars are going to have to call another timeout here. They can run one more play, but it depends on how long this play is going to be. And he passes caught, but it's out of bounds after 6. And with 4 seconds, they're going to go ahead and kick a field goal. They had no time on that play. So this will be a chip shot from 23 yards. He made one from 22 earlier for the start of the game. This one to pretty much end the first half. Here we go. 23 yards. Patterson, good hold. Kick is up. It's good. And he's made 2 field goals. Nice. And it's now 8-0 Jacksonville as we go into the half. So the Jags are now up 8-0 here in the third quarter. A very defensive battle in Houston. As that will be signaled for a touchback on the fair catch. So here we go. First play at the 25-yard line. First play of the third quarter. First and 10. Handoff to ETN, and he will get nowhere. Second down coming up here. It is 8-0 for the Jaguars. And the handoff, wide open hole for ETN, and he gets about 8. There's not enough for a first. And the offensive line needs to tighten up here on third down. And ETN goes nowhere. He's stopped back at the 31 and a loss of 2. So the Jaguars will now have to punt for the first time. For the first time this afternoon, the Jaguars will punt, but that has to be a very bad punt. So the Texans will have the ball at their own 39, so a decent punt, I guess, but not the punt that you expected from that play. But here's a big run on the handoff to Dameon Pierce for the Texans, getting to the 48-yard line. The Jags have allowed 47 yards, I believe, rushing. And the Jags have only allowed 23 passing yards. And again, Pierce with another first down. The run game for Houston has been more effective against Jacksonville than the pass game. Davis Mills earlier threw an interception, leading to the Jaguars getting a field goal before half. Pierce again, another handoff. And he only gets about 1. 2nd and 9. Davis Mills really has to play good if he wants to win against this Jaguars team. Mills again to throw, finds wide open Nico Collins. And another Texans first down. They only have a few first downs. Gonna move the sticks here. 1st and 10 of the 37. Inside Jags territory. 1st and 10. Mills throws. Pass is tipped and incomplete. Almost intercepted again by Darius Williams. Could have gotten his second interception, but he just was not able to get the ball. Mills again to throw. Throws over the head, and it's somehow complete on the left side by Brandon Cooks. 23 yards for Brandon Cooks. That's probably the best passing play we've seen all game from Houston.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make.
Here's a outside handoff. Pierce gonna get stopped for only a gain of 1, and it's 2nd and 9 at the 12. So they're in the red zone. But can they score a touchdown? Another outside handoff, and there's a Oluokun on the stop. Again, no gain on the run. No gain on the play after that handoff. 3rd and 9. Mills still looking, and he's going to be taken down again for the 3rd time today. And that is the 3rd sack for the Jags defense. Devon Hamilton, his 1st sack of the game. And the Texans will settle for a field goal. This is going to be a 35-yard attempt for Kaimi Fairbairn. Fairbairn kick is up, it's good. And it's now 8-3 for the Texans. And it's a very, very, very close game for the Jags and the Texans. Jaguars are up by 5 to the Texans. Either way, the Texans now have points on the board. 1st and 10 of the 25. Lawrence will throw to the outside to Etienne, and it's overthrown and incomplete. Thought he had Etienne there. Too far of a throw. 2nd and 10, 4 minutes left. Lawrence will run. He throws. It's caught by Zay Jones. And he gets the first down at the 36-yard line as the Jaguars move the chains. We might have a first down here. 1st and 10 at the 36. Pass is caught. Ingram makes the catch at the 41-yard line, but there's a flag down. And this play is going to go back. Oh, unfortunately. Jawan Taylor with a holding call. And that just hurts your team after such a big play on offense. 1st and 20. As it's caught by Chris Manhurst, the backup tight end. Gets a big gain of 16 yards, and it's 2nd and 4. So they're starting to get back to their original drive here. 2nd and 4. Up the middle, it's caught. Etienne. First down and more at the 45. Jaguars will keep the chains rolling here. They're going to keep moving. Going to keep it going here on offense. 5 receptions, 62 yards for Travis Etienne. And here's a handoff to Etienne. He gets a gain of 4. 56 yards rushing for him, 62 yards receiving for him. 2nd and 6. Lawrence passes incomplete. It's a bad throw on the run there, and he had a wide open receiver in Dan Arnold, but couldn't get it there. 3rd and 6. And again, Lawrence not able to throw the ball, incomplete. So instead of kicking a 58-yard field goal, they're going to just go ahead and punt.
They gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
And that ball will go in the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans will start at the 20.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this
Here is Mills, and he completes to the receiver, Chris Moore. Sean Jenkins was there to make the stop at the 35. So we have 40 seconds until the 4th quarter.
we run the football. We give you opportunities.
1st and 10 at the 35. Here is Chris Moore, cuts back inside, and only gets 3 on the jet sweep. 2nd and 7 at the 38. As they are mostly, they're going to run out the clock. As we will go to the 4th quarter. 8-3 is the score here in Houston. A very, very quiet game from these two teams. Pass is incomplete. He threw it very late to Chris Moore. Wasn't able to find a completion.
This is 3rd and 7. Mills to throw it. Eluding the pressure.
Pass is incomplete. Nowhere to go. And he throws it away. It's 4th down for the Texans. So Cameron Johnson again will have to punt it again. Back to the Jaguars. And that's a decent punt. And that one will not get no return there, really. It's like maybe a 3-yard return at least. Offense back out on the field for Houston at their own 29. Lawrence, handoff to Etienne. He breaks the tackle, and he only gets a yard. Broke a tackle against Jalen Petrie. A good safety. 2nd and 9. Pass is hit and incomplete. Looking for Evan Ingram. Wasn't able to make the catch. 3rd and 9. Lawrence throws and fires. It's caught by Evan Ingram, but he won't have the 1st down. He's just a couple of yards short. Now it'll bring up 4th down. 4th and 2.
They'll try and throw forward with Lawrence.
Lawrence to Arnold, and he got the 1st down. Wow. And a gain of 3 for Evan Ingram, or not Evan Ingram, Dan Arnold. And Lawrence will run on the read option. Just get 3 yards. Second and 7. And off Etienne. Look at him go, Etienne, 1st down. 65 yards now rushing. Actually, this play would look a little. 1st and 10. Lawrence. Rolling left. He will run. Lawrence fumbles the ball, but it's out of bounds. And the possession will stay with the Jaguars, and Lawrence with a huge run all the way to the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 of the 35. Play action. Lawrence will throw to Kirk, and he couldn't connect, incomplete. 206 yards passing with an interception. No touchdowns have been... There has been no touchdown scored in this game.
Now
Lawrence. Up the middle, there's a check down to Etienne. He dumps it off to Etienne. He gets the first down, though, with that speed of Travis Etienne. And with just under 6 minutes remaining, Jaguars are in the red zone. 1st and 10. Back to the ground again, Etienne. 71 yards now for him on the day. Total offensive rank here. Offensive rank for the Jaguars is ranked 30th, but they have gained a total of 339 yards on offense. Lawrence up the middle. It's complete to Manhurts. And a first down again. Another first down for Jacksonville.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that
Lawrence dumps it off to Etienne. Again, breaks the tackle and gets a gain of 7. That's a big play for Etienne. Down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and 3. Handoff. Etienne will run into the end zone for the Jaguars touchdown. Unbelievable. Travis Etienne with a touchdown run. He gets his 3rd touchdown run in 2 games. This is for a 12-point lead. Patterson, extra point is good.
And it's going to make our score 15-3.
That was a 13-play drive, 5 minutes, 52 seconds on the drive with 13 plays.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this.
And the Jaguars are 3 minutes and 52 seconds away from snapping their 9-game losing streak. Probably one of the longest losing streaks this season. The first, the most, or the top, yeah, the first, or the most.
A first down throw for Mills. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Devon Hamilton able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Mills. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Alright, let's see. The the Texans have the ball. They just got a completion to Jordan Akins. 3rd and 5 for Houston at their own 30. And Mills will throw, and somehow it wasn't intercepted, but it's a first down to Chris Moore. Somehow they got that. I don't know why it was intercepted, but 1st and 10 at the 43. Just about to hit the 2-minute warning. They get a play off before the 2-minute warning, and it's overthrown to Brandon Cooks, incomplete. So they will get 1 play before the 2 minutes. See what they can get out of it. Pass is caught. Kirk, or not Kirk, that's Brandon Cooks. And there's a 2-minute warning. 1 minute and 57 left for the Texans. Mills to Moore. Gain of 6. They're going to hurry up the offense here. Gain of 6. Mills up the guy. Completes up the middle to the tight end Akins. 1st and goal inside the 10 of the 7. They're running hurry up. Here is a dump off to Pierce. And he runs out of bounds at the 6. And again, a yard. 2nd down and goal at the 6-yard line. Mills up middle. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks with a touchdown reception.
Nice throw there by the second.
And the Texans have finally scored their first touchdown as well.
Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your
And it is now a 5-point lead now. It is the lead for the Jaguars, now down to 5 points for the lead. It is now 15-10. And they're going to go for an onside kick for the Texans. As they won't get the onside kick, and it's recovered by the Jaguars. Arden Key on the recovery. And I mean, the Texans can still get a stop. They still have their 3 timeouts with 1:10 left. 1st and 10. Still going, and now down at the 44. 2nd down and 9. Two timeouts left for the Texans. ETN, and he stopped again. 3rd down now. 3rd and 8 at the 44. If they get a 1st down, the game is over. Lawrence up the middle. It's caught by Kirk, but it's not enough for the 1st down, so they're going to try a long field goal. 57-yard field goal to make it an 8-point game. Yeah, Patterson's kick is no good. He missed the field goal. He missed it wide left. And the Texans will have the ball with 52 seconds remaining, but with no timeouts. Houston on their offense now. Dump off to Pierce. And he's not getting out of bounds, so they need to run hurry up. Need to run the hurry up here. Jump off again. Pierce doesn't get anywhere again. And he needs to still hurry up the clock. 15 seconds left. 12 seconds. Mills. Again, another dump off. And that's going to do it. And there's no time left in the game. And for the first time since week 6, the Texans have lost. And for the first time since week 6, the Jacksonville Jaguars have won a football game. And the Jaguars' long 9-game losing streak has finally come to an end. Final score, Jaguars 15 and the Texans 10.
Jaguars, they get a rare victory. They're 4th to go with their 12 losses.
The Jaguars, for the first time since week 6, they will win a football game. They haven't done that since week 6. And now, after a long 9-game losing streak, the Jaguars have finally gotten a win. And a win on the road, too, which is a big win for us. But also, it might blow our chances at getting the number 1 pick in the draft. So well. But next week, we play the Tennessee Titans, so we might lose that game. I'm saying that because we got blown out by the Titans last time. So I'm not expecting anything. They're 12-4. We're 4-12. Where are the Cardinals? Are the Cardinals still in a losing streak? Oh! The Cardinals won too, so there are still 4 teams that can still get the number 1 pick in the draft. Us, the Jaguars, the Jets, the Falcons, and the Cardinals can still all get the number 1 pick in the draft, which most likely will be us, considering of how bad we played. But we finally got a win after that long 9-game losing streak. After not winning a game this season since week 6, we finally won a football game. We finally snapped our huge losing streak. That was our season-ending losing streak there. But we finally got a win. It was a very low-scoring game, but we were able to somehow get away with a victory. Even though we missed the field goal with a minute left, they kept throwing it to Dameon Pierce for some reason. They weren't getting out of bounds, so that's what helped us win the game there. But that's going to do it for this episode. Next episode will be the final game. It'll be the 2022 regular season finale, or the 2022 season finale, whatever. But yeah, I believe I'm doing a new episode tomorrow, but the next episode will be the final game of the season. So thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, it's been your boy QT Clixy, and I'm out. Peace.